Hey, ADHD adults, wherever you are, I hope you're well. I've just been reminded, I was just chatting to someone, I was reminding of the time I lived in a house that I thought was haunted. I'll tell you about it really quickly. Between marriages, I bought a house on my own. It's just me and the cat. Bought a little house in Milton Keynes. And right from the first night, there was a problem with the utility room door. So you go through the front door, there's a hallway all the way through the house to the kitchen and rooms off of it and the stairs. And one of the rooms just before the kitchen was a small utility room. It had a boiler and a washing machine in it. Um, I thought the cat would love this room because it was so warm, but the cat would not get anywhere near it. The first night, the door kept opening on its own, and it wasn't a normal handle door. It had like this stud thing where you click it shut and then pull it open, and it used to thunk open. Um, this always happened, or the year or so I was there, the door just randomly opened itself. Um, and I kind of just got used to it. I didn't really pay any attention, I wasn't thinking, oh, it's the wind, but I also wasn't thinking it was a ghost. I just didn't really think about it. Um, Things came to a head though. Just before I moved out, I sold a laptop, and the lady came round to buy it. I invited her in, switched it on, and booted it up, and showed her that it worked, and switched it back off. And then she paid me, and as she paid me, our fingertips touched, and she immediately went, "You've just been to Utah." And I was kind of taken aback because 2 weeks before I had been to America, flew to Utah for a holiday to see someone. And I said, "Yeah, how did you know that?" And she said, "I'm a bit psychic. If I touch things, I can read them." So I was like, "Wow." And then she proceeded to tell me loads of other things about myself, which, yes, she was in my house. I analysed this a lot afterwards. She was in my house, so she could have looked around and guessed stuff. But the things she was telling me, there wasn't really any trace. Certainly not of the trip to Utah. Maybe if there was a suitcase hanging about, she could have said, "Oh, you've just been away." But there wasn't a suitcase hanging about, and there were no Utah trinkets. So to specifically say that was a little bit freaky, but she was lovely. Anyway, we had a lovely chat. She told me lots of other things, which were spot on. And it was time for her to go. As she left, she walked down the corridor and she stopped outside the utility room. And she just faced the door and she said to me, "What's in there?" And I said, "Oh, it's just a little utility room." And she looked me in the eyes and she said, "I don't like what's in there." And she paused. And I went, "Okay." And then she just left. And I moved out soon after.